Yo, what's up people? It's me, Alone Shock, bringing people some more content. So for today's video, I'll be making a video on how to get a rank 35 brawler inside of solo showdown. Now, I'm going to be making multiple videos on this because there is so much to cover to make a very clear guide. Now, if you're not aware, I've managed to get a dozen rank 35s, well, like half a dozen rank 35s from solos. We got rank 35 from duos, but I got rank 35 Crow from solos, rank 35 Max, rank 35 B, rank 35 Leon, and also rank 35 8-bit. Now, for the people that's not aware, before Shrine Service, which I am in a Shrine Service, I actually managed to get rank 35 8-bit, 1.1 KB, and also 1050 trophies on my PEM. This was all around about, well, other than the 8-bit, not the 8-bit, but those other grinds were around about 6 months ago, okay? And what that means is my skill has increased a ton, which, you know, you can clearly see that even though I was in a Shrine Service, I am currently, but before I was in a Shrine Service, I still made very good achievements like rank 35 8-bit and solos with delay, mind you, in NA, and also a bunch of rank 30s like rank 30 BB, rank 30 Ms, rank 30 PEM. The list goes on. I got 12 rank 30s outside of a Shrine Service. Now, this is going to be a complete guide, and I want to explain this in multiple videos because there is so much to go through, okay? So let's just start off with the first thing to go through, your server, okay? You need to adapt to your server and do not use VPN, because if you have a teaming server, you need to deal with that and you need to adapt to it, okay? This is something a lot of people fail to understand. They see that they have a teaming server, say they're in Asia or EU, and then they just use VPN to go where there's not a teaming server. Now, there's actually a player that I know of that in Asia got rank 35 Bo, Brock, Pam, Gale, 8-bit, I believe Max, B, a ton of rank 35 brawlers, all in Asia. And one of those were Brock, in case you didn't notice. That's crazy, yeah? Because he adapted to the server. This is the same thing. You need to adapt to your server and learn on strategies to your server. If there's a lot of teaming, work towards that. Look, okay, so say you've got a bunch of people teaming. Look at whoever you can trust the most. Start off with the game trusting one person. If you can trust that one person, you can have that alliance with that one person. Hopefully you're not organized teaming, which is against terms of service. Do not do that. If you can trust this person, then stick around them. Don't backstab, because if you have that person that you can secure that you won't get backstabbed, that's really, really good. And a lot of people fail to do that. They just team with anybody, they chill with anybody. If you chill with at least one person, you start off teaming with them at the start of the game. Now, I'm saying it's in highly teamed servers, then you will find much more success rather than just trusting anybody and everybody. We're talking you're a Piper and you trust a Leon. Don't do that. You need to find someone that you can trust, and if you provide you actually can trust them, which takes a lot of experience to understand which player in the lobby you can trust, because I guarantee if there's 10 people teaming, at least one of them is a loyal teamer, and you will want to team with that person. And if you can't, that's one of very, very few games where you can't trust somebody. So say in a lobby there's nobody you can trust, that's a very rare lobby. There's always going to be at least one person you can trust, okay? And you need to understand that if there's a lot of teamers, you need to adapt to it. When everybody backstabs, maybe head in the zone if you're tanky. Use an ability such as BB. Push them away from you. Or if you're a Primo, jump in the air. Chain your supers. If you're a Crow, activate Gadget. Jump in the air. You see my point? You need to keep on you need to use strategies that your brawler has if there's a lot of teaming. Now, if there's no teaming, it's an easier server than a lot of teaming. However, once again, you still need to adapt. If you adapt in the server that you're in, that is much better. Because not only if you're in your own server, like say you're in Asia, and say you're in Asian servers, yeah, and that's like where you're from, so you will be in those servers provided you don't move like where you live, and you're in those servers. Adapt to those servers, don't use VPN. You know why? because the better you get at that server, you will not only have no delay, you're not going to be a VPNer, which a lot of people don't like VPNers, but it doesn't. If you don't care about your reputation, that's fine. However, you need to use VPN, which you'll have delay, and also you're going to be in a different country, which will obviously give you delay, like I said, and you don't want to deal with that. You want to master the server you're in. So if there's a lot of teaming, just deal with it, find ways around it. And I've seen a lot of players in EU. Like I was talking to somebody, they pushed a 1050 trophy max. Fairly simple, okay? In EU, that's really, really good, okay? That is really, really good. And they practiced and they got better at it. Eventually, they're going to get a 1.1k, then a 1.2k, and that's good because they're adapting to it, and that's what I reckon you should do too. That's a really, really great tip. Now, moving on to tip number 2, make sure that you're using meta brawlers. Now, 8-bit is no longer meta, so for everybody that has a rank 30 or rank 35 8-bit, the more accounts that's being made, the rarer that rank 35 is going to be, because 8-bit was pretty much the easiest rank 35 in solos, yeah? Now, you can't get in rank 35 in solos. So now, you have a rank 35 that nobody else is going to get in the future. And wow, a 10th place Ember. Damn, that's a rip right there. That's sad right there. That is not good. But anyways, so you want to use meta brawlers. So for example, okay, Max was meta last meta, Max was extremely meta, okay? Now it's more of an Amber meta, but the meta before that, Max was really meta. Now they're not so meta. So, hopefully you got your rank 35 max or you got your rank 30 max, because now you can't. And see how you're building it up. Say Gale becomes meta. Do Gale next when he becomes meta. Use brawls that are meta because you're going to have the best time, especially if there's a lot of teaming. And it's going to build up your account. Not only you're going to have now, you should have rank 35 8-bit, you should have rank 35 Ember, and also, provided you got rank 35 Surge when he was really meta, you've got 3 rank 35s right there. All meta. Now, they're not meta. That's 3 rank 35s. That's amazing. And that's something that a lot of people fail to do. They find like a fun brawler and they go, yeah, that's cool to farm wins at like 500 trophies, 600, 700, perhaps even 1k. But if you're using Leon, he's not going to survive at 1.1k trophy range in like Asia or EU or even NA. It's really, really hard. And you want to use it when they're meta. That is the best way and the best time to do it. Next tip is the timing of the day. No matter what server you're in, there's different times where A, matchmaking takes longer, and B, it's easier and harder. Now, I'm in Australia, so when I was in NA before Australian servers were added, I would be playing in NA, and when I was playing, it would be really late in NA. And when it's really late in whatever server, when I say late, I mean 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3 a.m., that's when it's easiest, okay? So if you're playing at those times, it's going to be a lot easier than like at 7 p.m. When it's 7 p.m., that's pretty much when everybody's online for that day. That's pretty much when the most people are online, which means it's going to be the hardest servers and the hardest matches. Now, if you're not aware how it works, the more players there are in a server, the easier the harder it is, because it can match you up with more players that are in matchmaking currently. That's, say, 1,000 trophies. Yeah, say you're 1,000 trophies. There'll be, if you're playing and you're playing in a populated server like EU, Asia, then it'll find more people that are 1,000 trophies. That's why Australian servers are fairly easy, because there's not many players here. Matchmaking takes forever, but it's really simple games most of the time. Sometimes you will get those games where you have like sometimes even 5 people teaming. It's absolutely crazy sometimes. But most of the time, there's no teaming. And in that factor, do not use VPN. Okay? Don't. I'm telling you, it's really not good for the long term of things. And also, if somebody is like, yo, dude, congrats, you're in EU and you got, say, rank 35... I don't know, say you went to Australian service and you got a rank 35 Leon in solos, yeah? Then they're like, oh, Where are you from? Oh, I'm from EU. Oh, yeah, I got rank 35 Leon in solos. Not only they're not going to believe you that you're in EU, if you say that you're using VPN, they're going to be like, oh, okay, so he didn't actually get it. He just used VPN to go to an easier server, and it's not a good look at all. And also, it's just kind of fake. Like, I feel a lot of people will move to it, not move, but use VPN for a week, milk all these rank 30s, and then come back. It's like, what's even the point? If you don't have the skill for it, why are you going to a different server to do it? Okay. And also another thing is, I find a lot of people. Doesn't really have anything to do with the video, but I find a lot of people when Australian servers were added, a lot of the time people would say like, "Oh, Australian servers are so easy," or people are just milking who's in Australian servers, but then they just use VPN to come here. A little bit odd, but yeah, I've seen that a few times now. That's why I highly suggest not to use VPN. Just adapt the server that you're in, and you'll find the most success. Just, just, just master the server that you're in. Now, with solos, there are a few YouTubers, not as many as 3v3, and that kind of sucks. I wish there was more of a community, but there's not. And there's pretty much just like for solo showdown in English speaking YouTube channels. There's pretty much just me and Money Capital that really upload only that main solo showdown, upload like only solo showdown content and pretty much nothing else. Sometimes we'll upload different content, but there's pretty much me, Money Capital, and that's pretty much it. That has a high fan base, not fan base, but subscriber base. And watch different YouTubers and watch their different styles, because you need to figure out where your style is. If you're an aggro player, if you're a passive player, or if you're, say, like you like teaming a lot, yeah? Just find what you are most comfortable with playing of a style. See, I like to play aggro but safe. So if there's all these power cubes on the ground, I'm not going to ram in head first, go for those power cubes. I'm going to think, okay, should I grab these power cubes? And then would you rather have a few? Would you rather risk your whole life for a few power cubes, or would you rather play it safe and not pick up those power cubes and not die? Okay, and play it really safe. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Okay, this is like that's a bit of a bonus tip, but just watch people that have gotten rank 35s, and say I'm in Australian servers, so watch me, I'm in Australian servers, then watch someone else that got a rank 35 in EU, got in Asia, whatever server you're in, watch people that got it in that server, and then see how they did it, so you can do the same thing, you know? So yeah, this is part one of. I'm probably going to be doing one more video, because we'll see. I mean, it's not much else to cover, not to make a full video on. So yeah, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope this was definitely helpful, and I hope that you can get some rank 35s. So yeah, that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and with that all said, have a good one.